everyone, this is Apurva from Kobe Sports.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my question is to you that you have a few more days off. So, how do you prepare in this time? And is it an advantage or disadvantage?
Yeah, we've had a couple of days after we were due to just get on the bus before the last game, before we got the call that the game was going to be off. So we'd done as much work with the players as we could at the hotel, which they worked extremely hard because they needed a bit of a release. They were expecting to play, and of course that late in the day was very difficult to do anything else. So they worked hard, and we've just stuck to our routine, which was the day off post what would have been the game, and then we've trained 3 days leading in. This will be the third day. So we've stuck to our schedule, expecting obviously the game tomorrow. And the players we spoke about being consistent in our approach to what we do, and that's what we've tried to do here.
Good. Just a follow-up question. Jamshedpur FC also have good points. They have 19 points of 11 matches. So how do you see them and opponent? And when Coyle you have previously praised him. So what are your thoughts on the match?
Expecting a good game again. The last time we played, I think we got off to a very sharp start and went 3-0 up. And the game finished 4-2, but they work extremely hard. They have some very, very talented players in their squad, and they're coached by a fantastic coach in Owen Coyle. So we're very much aware of their threats and the way they want to play. But as I always say, we'll go back to how we approach the game. We need to prepare our players for what we think we may face tomorrow, but also make sure that we focus on going back to playing the style of football that we see in the first 5 or 6 games as well.
Thank you, coach. Best wishes for the next match.
Thank you.
Thanks, Apurva. Mohit, you can ask a question.
Hello, coach.
Afternoon.
So my first question is to you that you guys are showing signs of getting better. So do you want to alter anything or stick to the plan and just like you have doing so far?
Yeah, I think we're in a good place. We're just over halfway point in the season with 11 games played and 9 to go. We're 3 points off of top in amongst a very congested league table where everyone has shown this year how strong the league is and how capable any team in this league is of picking up results off of each other. So the key is making sure we're in a strong spot, and I think we are. Like I said, 3 points off of top with 9 games to go, and that's been important to us. Now it's about the reaction and making sure that we can approach the next 9 games the way we want to make sure we finish the season as strong as we can.
So one more question, that Jau has the most passes, most of the tackles and most of the assists this season. So how do you rate his performance as a coach? How important he is for your team?
Yeah, I think Joel's just carried on from where he left off last year. I think those stats that you've just quoted are they are. You know, he was the most used player in the league last year in terms of passes and tackles. So he's carried on from where he left off, and we've tried to develop his game a little bit more to get him into more advanced areas and make him a bit more effective. And he's started to show real signs of that, not just through his assists, but obviously scoring goals now as well. So he's been a pleasure to work with, and it's important now that we just continue building both Joel, but also his working relationship with those around him as well to take advantage of those moments.
Coach, one last question. This is my personal question, that Indian women's team is all set to start their AFC Cup from today. Do you want to follow up that match, or is there any opinion for the Indian women's team for the AFC Cup?
No opinion. I just wish them well, and I hope they go on to get the results that we all want. We'll certainly be tuning in and watching from here this evening. But no, good luck to them, and good luck for the tournament.
Thank you, coach, and good luck for the next match.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mohit. Shayantan?
Hello, coach. So I wanted to ask you that, with everything going around with COVID-19 in the bubble, how easy or difficult it is to keep your heads in the game and focus on what the match is in hand?
Yeah, I think the first thing is just to, again, an update. We're currently COVID-free. There's no players, staff or hotel staff in our bubble right now that have tested positive for COVID. And I share that with you because it allows us to train and continue to train. So we have control of that, and it's making sure that the players and the staff and everyone in our bubble continue to abide by the rules that we have within this. That's what we can do. And then we leave it up to the league to manage it as they see fit, to make sure that when we can play games, we play games. So I go back to, it's about consistency for us, and us being able to train has allowed us to stay consistent in our approach to what we do. So Yes, there's some uncertain times at the moment, but we can't control that. So it's just important that what we can control, that we continue to approach things in the way we have, and as we have done again for this game.
Coach, just another question. Any injury worries in the team?
No, none at all. So from the last one, of course, we've had another 3 days now of training, but yeah, no injuries, no injury concerns at all.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sayantan. Guys, if there's any further questions, I'd request you to put your names in the chat box. See if few people have joined in a little late. Apurva, you can ask.
Yes, coach. There are a few Indian players who are just making their mark recently. So, how do you think they have improved so far in this season, and how you see them as they have progressed or not?
Which players are you referring to? There's a lot.
Yes, basically I'm talking about Mehta and also Bikram Pratap Singh and Purva.
Yeah, it's, the three you've mentioned there, more so younger players, and what I've always said is we have a lot of trust in the players in this group. That's the reason they're here, and then it's important that they continue to show what they have that's got them onto the field, and then it's up to them. You need people to give you an opportunity to showcase yourself at the ISL level, and those players have all had a taste of that, and some have gone in and done well, and they've stayed in because of that, and that's a huge carrot for any player, whether it's an L squad or elsewhere. Young players see there's opportunities to get on the field regardless of the age that you are. And if I said you go in and you can test yourself against that quality of player, and then it's a case of can we support you to stay in, or what do we need to do to make sure we can get you a few more skills to stay in the game a bit more when you do get the chance to go on. So I've been very happy with the players when they have had their opportunity, and now it's going to be important that again when they get the chance again that they go on and perform in the next 9 games.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Apurva. Archan, do you have a question?
Yeah, good evening, coach. My question is to you. Yeah, is Jamshedpur FC haven't trained for long, 7-8 days. So, do you think Mumbai will start with an opponent in this game
We'll start with the what, sorry?
with an advantage over them?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure as to what Jamshedpur have been or haven't been doing. The only focus we have is what we've been able to do. And of course, we approached a game against Kerala the other day, which was unfortunately called off. And again, I hope that all the players and the staff there are recovering well. But it's given us 3 days to make sure that we can now turn our attention very quickly to this game. So we've put ourselves in a good position to approach this game, and that's all I can comment on in that space.
Okay, thank you. Good luck for the match.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Archan. Sayantan, you have a follow-up?
Yeah, coach. So this is more of a philosophical question in that way that even though in the last few games the results haven't come your way, but you have still always maintained that the team has been playing well according to you. So what is more important to you, your footballing ideology or the results when you see your boys play?
Yeah, I think in the senior space, in professional football, people will always look at the external results because the external results are obviously the scoreline, and they're the things that give you the points on the table. And what I've been pleased with is the points on the table where we sit right now. We sit joint third, 3 points off the top with 9 games to go, so we're in a strong position. And then in terms of our playing style, we've tried to change and evolve the playing style. And we got off to a great start with that. The first 5 out of 6 games we got wins in. And yes, we played some good football. The same way in the last 4 or 5 games, I feel we have played some good stuff. But sometimes it's not as easy as do this and you get this outcome. And it's more a learning process for the players. And learning sometimes takes some time. But what's been pleasing is whilst that learning's happening, we've still put ourselves in a strong position, and I'm convinced that we're not far away from making sure that we get both performance and the result that will kick us on for the second part of the season.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sayantan. Adarsh.
Hey, good afternoon, coach.
Afternoon.
Yes, so this January transfer window is probably the last chance for Mumbai City FC to actually strengthen their squad for the upcoming AFC Champions League. So, can we expect some moves in the last few days of the window?
I think we're always looking. I've always said we want the best Indian players at the club, and if we have opportunities to strengthen, there are always things that we will always look at. I haven't got any information to give to you as of right now, But if there are opportunities for us to strengthen, there's certainly things we'll look at. Whether or not we can make that happen is another thing. But yeah, there may be areas that we'll look to chase.
Thank you, Coach. Can I ask another question?
Yes, please.
If that's possible.
Yes.
Thank you. So, Mumbai City FC were actually supposed to play Kerala Blasters in the last game, but you guys were told that the game was not going to go ahead in the last moment. So, how was the mood in the camp after with all the anticipation building that you were going to play, but not getting to play? So, how was the mood after that?
Yeah, it's the same as me. Well, we were in our team meeting, just about to board the bus when we got the phone call to say the game was going to be off. So, as players, same as staff, we would rather play games than train. So, it's making sure that the players were informed, same time that we were, and that was the most important thing. But then it was about how do we provide a release for these players, because mentally and physically they prepared themselves over a period of time to play a competitive game over 90 minutes. So what we did is we got them together, and our strength and conditioning coach Danny Deegan put on a very, very good physical session, and it turned into a bit of a competition between the players. They paired them up and there was a bit of a scoreboard going, and they certainly got their release. They worked extremely hard, and it actually became an enjoyable, hard working session that allowed us to still have the day off afterwards and refocus now for Jamshedpur.
That's good to know, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks, Adarsh. Guys, if there's any further questions for the coach, or else we'll call time on the press conference. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, coach.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you.